The horse symbolizes the American West and continues to play critical roles in farming, ranching, cultural identity, and even transportation. But where did these majestic animals come from? Find out next on NSF Science Now. The horse symbolizes the American West and continues to play critical roles in farming, ranching, cultural identity, and even transportation. But where did these majestic animals come from? Combining new scientific techniques and essential contributions from indigenous oral traditions, an NSF-supported international team of archaeologists, including the University of Colorado Boulder, paints the most detailed picture of early horses in the western United States.
Our results show that from as far away from Idaho through places like Wyoming, Kansas, down into New Mexico, right, that by at least the turn of the 17th century, the early 1600s, domestic horses were already being deeply integrated into indigenous societies.
It has been assumed from European sources that horses first began to spread in the American Southwest after the Pueblo Revolt in 1680, but analysis of archaeological horses from this study suggests that horses had already started to be integrated into indigenous cultures decades before the revolt. The team, including 15 countries and multiple Native American nations, closely examined 24 animal remains found at sites ranging from the Southwest to the Missouri River and the Northern Rockies. With advanced techniques, these valuable horse remains can provide a detailed snapshot of its life. It can show everything from how and where that horse lived, when it died, what it consumed, whether it had health problems and received care, how it was used, and finally how it was buried. Working with representatives from the Lakota and other Native American nations like the Pawnee and Comanche, the team now has a deeper story that Native peoples have always been aware of, but that was not readily acknowledged by archaeologists.
Lets us share our side of the story, our version, our perspective, and that's what you need to kind of paint a complete picture.
A new perspective is important for past and future.
So I think this discovery prompts us to sort of rethink many important aspects of that human-horse story, especially out here out west. It teaches us that there's greater antiquity to the story of Native folks and horses than we previously thought. It shows us that there are pieces of important scientific wisdom encoded in aspects of oral tradition, and to do a good job, we have to do collaborative science.
The team says understanding how horses shape the world that we live in now is important to figuring out where we're going next while giving a voice to Native cultures and telling America's rich story.